today we're going to be doing a rushing waters. There's a box around the painting which helps me to keep it framed in. It also allows me an area to test the colors. So right now I'm drawing in all the rocks, at least the major ones, for to move forward to give me a sense of where I'm going. They don't have to be exactly like the photograph, just the same idea of rocks descending into the background. Get them all in there. Once they're in, I can start working on the sky and bring that down a little further. So I'll use a wide brush, a little bit of indigo, and get some color going up there. And the sky is going to be pretty much not very exciting. It's going to be sort of a mossy green with a bit of blue tied in here. Just play around with it, get something going, get the bottom happening. I'm trying to mix the sky and the water together so there's no horizon. That's what we're up to right now. And so far it's working out pretty good. Get a nice soft edge going there. And then start putting in the rocks. That's the first thing I do is get it all set up. And again, my main color here is indigo, so it's one of my favorite colors. I use it on everything. We're going to throw in some good trees here. And the trees are just scribbled in with a line down the center. Nothing more elegant than that or extravagant than that. But it makes a nice rendition of a tree. Just carefully watch how I do that there. Just draw a stick and then scribble my way down. So just like that. Put in a bit of darkness so it meets against the water. And then put some more into the trees. So the rocks should go in pretty fast. And this, of course, is sped up because I'm trying to not bore you too much with the details. But it's just like that, just move it along. A nice big flat brush is all you need to do this. I don't know if we get into a round brush much, but a lot of flat brush work here going on. And again, add some darkness, some shadow into the big rocks. The sun is coming from the left side, so that gives you an idea why I'm putting darkness on that right side of it. We're going to start putting in a little bit of reflections and stuff like that in the background. Build up that island a little bit. Yep, yep. We're mixing up some color here to work on the water a bit, get some of the waves going. Some of the bottom is going to be darker, a little bit of green thrown in, just for contrast. A nice tone to it, matches it nicely. Move up near the top, and you can see just from this roughness of the painting, it's about half done right now, but already you can start to see something happening. Get this what I call the mark of Zorro. That's how I do water. I go back and forth with a little line down in between. If you're familiar with the old Disney show called Zorro, you'll understand what I mean by the way the stroke goes back and forth. And this is just the starter stage of this. Get something in the background so that when I put the white highlights in, they'll have something to contrast against. Pretty straightforward. You put the highlights in between the dark strokes of the color. You don't want to go over it too much because you'll lose a lot of your color. Now, if you see in the photograph above in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a lot of white water, and we're going to do that with white gouache. Now, white gouache is a mixture of acrylic and watercolor. It makes a very opaque, dense white. Watercolor white is different in the sense that it's more transparent, and you don't get the same strong effect with that with just a regular watercolor white. I find that white gouache is the way to go with that. Some artists would disagree, but this is my style, and I'm very comfortable with it, and most people have not had a problem with it, as long as it looks like something they want to put in their home. But already we're starting to see the painting come together. It's nicely laid out there. It's coming together nicely with the highlights, the reflections. This is what we're doing now. We're adding some reflections in the water of the trees. Excuse me. And you go back and forth, and you watch the values here. You don't want to lose it. You can, like any painting, you can lose it if you get too carried away or you focus on one area more than another. Now here we go. We're going into the white water some more. Add a lot more in there. It shows the water moving. Same thing with the rocks up above. I'll just throw in some white splatter that has else a little bit of shimmer to the water. But like I was going to say, the white water against the dark blue stones add a nice effect of water running over the stones. Throw in a couple of birds, and we're all done. So, and we use a mole stick there to get some details going. And what a mole stick is, this goes back to Leonardo. It actually goes way beyond Leonardo. But it gives you a bridge to lean your hand on while you're painting, while the stuff underneath you is still pretty wet. So it allows you to go over that. And that's about it. So that's until next time, and contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.